Greetings to the finest crew in Starfleet. Engage.
Watch your backs on Luke. I'm Captain Janeway of the USS Voyager. Captain Janeway of the USS Voyager.
Welcome to The Greatest Generation. It's a Star Trek podcast by a couple of guys who are a little bit embarrassed about having a Star Trek podcast. I'm Ben Harrison.
I'm Adam Pranica.
How you doing today, Adam?
Oh man, I couldn't be better.
So excited.
I just love being on video.
As lapsed videographers ourselves, it is pretty annoying learning a whole new way of making video. The discipline of making a video for the internet, a different thing than the discipline of making a video for the intranet of a company.
Look at us, staying current on technologies. I didn't think I'd have to do that anymore.
If you're just listening to this, we're talking about video because we're going to be opening some things sent in by friends of DeSoto. This is a Code47 episode. Push the button!
Captain, I'm sorry to disturb you.
I'm receiving a Code 47.
Verify.
It is Code 47, sir. Starfleet emergency frequency.
Captain's eyes only.
Is that referring to bubble craps?
There's like a button that will be pushed, and then the little opening audio package will play. You know?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and the video, when you're watching it on YouTube, it includes video.
Why would you refer to bubble craps?
Yeah.
That would be a big surprise for me.
You were just in Vegas. Did you?
I was.
I know that you were gambling on a sport, but did you gamble on anything else?
Oh yeah, I did a bunch of gambling yesterday. I had a lot of fun. Day trip to Vegas is one of the great parts of living in LA.
Well, it used to be a gamble opening listener mail on this show, but it is no more. We got a bunch of things here. The first thing is just a letter. It is from House Ryan S. Chaotic Manor, Gainesville, Florida. I think you can
Chaotic Manor is in like the name of the home?
Yeah, like Wayne Manor, spelling of manor. But
I like that.
I think you can leave the chaotic modifier off of any domicile in Florida, right?
Sure.
We'll just assume.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm opening this letter. This is just a holiday card from Ryan S.'s family. Ahoy, shipmates. Thank you for all the laughs and also for modeling wholesome masculinity. Y'all rock, LLAP. Mike. So,
You said that was a card from their family. I'm going to assume, I'm not asking you to do this, but on the flip side, is there like a family photograph, like posed outside of a stoop?
There's like a selfie on a stoop, and like a beach photo, and maybe like this is either a Halloween costume on a kiddo, or maybe like something a kiddo wore for a school play. But I'm not going to share. I'm also just baffled that it was Ryan that sent it, but Mike that signed it.
Maybe there was an argument.
This next one is from M Brewer in Dulles, Virginia. It's to you and me. There's one for you and one for me.
Any pictures yet?
So far, no pictures.
Okay.
But I will point out a little embossed logo on the back there. So
I like that.
This is from the Capitol complex. Wow!
Ooh!
Look how a fish that looks.
No way!
Like we're either in a lot of trouble or we have friends in high places.
Did you leave something behind on your tour? They're trying to track you down out of the lost and found.
This is from the office of the ambassador. Presumably not Neelix.
I've been expecting this.
Dear Ben and Adam, thank you for the many hours of entertainment over the past several years. I've been a listener since the early days. I'm grateful for your jokes, high-quality pod, and insights as industry professionals. I thought you might get a kick out of the challenge coins from my corner of the world the Mountain Kingdom of Lesotho.
Lesotho.
I can't use my official title in non-official ways, so let's say I'm the Shambassador. I don't get to the U.S. often, but I hope to catch a live show in D.C. one day. Thank you, and LLAP, warm regards, M Brewer. And I'm abbreviating the first name because I can't read it.
Got a lot of doctors writing in
Yeah.
lately.
P.S. I love when Ben's going to talk about Africa. I've never been to
Me too.
Lesotho, but I would love to go. And what the Shambassador has sent us, Adam, is a challenge coin of the U.S. Embassy in Maseru.
Pretty great.
U.S. Embassy Maseru, Kotso Pula Nala. And yeah, that's from the U.S. Department of State. It's got a U.S. Department of State seal on the back.
They say Shambassador, I say ShamWow at that coin.
That's great. This is one of the coolest ones we've ever gotten. Thank you so much, M Brewer. I can't believe we got something on ambassadorial letterhead. Look at this. That's real.
About time.
That's not from, like, the bedside stand in a hotel room or anything.
I'm not jaded at all. I fully expected to see that at some point.
Wow. I'm amazed. Okay, Adam, we're getting into boxes. This one is from Stephen B. in Brooklyn, New York.
So if we're in the boxes, that means chances are nothing with a check or cash is left, right?
You could put cash in a box. I've seen it. I've seen it happen, especially in New York. There's like Nike shoebox full of cash economies all over the city of New York.
All right, fingers crossed.
None of these packages were sent in Nike shoeboxes, unfortunately.
Ah.
All right. What I got here is a letter. It starts with "Grow stronger through the sharing." Dear Ben and Adam, I had just about given up on sending this. I first reached out to Bill with this a while back, but then my life got sidetracked by some family issues, and this fell to the side. In that same time, someone gave you one of these, which took the wind out of my sails, and the longer I didn't send this, the more embarrassed I became about how long it was taking me to send it, and I was about to say fuck it, but then I heard friend of the show, Sir Patrick Stewart /P-Stew /Dale Pipes Actual, give that warm, delightful introduction for episode 500. My heart swelled for you guys. You've built something special here, and I'm glad to have been along for the ride since vetoes were a thing. So, embarrassment and delays be damned. Here is a tiny, dangerous thank you from one of the Miriam FODs who have found joy, comfort, and community through your special blend of insightful analysis and the finest dick and fart jokes this side of the polar region. Mind your bones, boys. I crocheted you a moopsie. Probably best to keep it separate from the one you got in Seattle. For real, though, I'm grateful for all you've done. You, Bill, Wendy, and the entire Uxbridge Shimoda family of podcasts have given me a soft, comfortable, and reliably funny place to run during some deeply stressful times, including the pandemic and a career change from corporate stooge to emergency room nurse here in Brooklyn. Wow. Please believe we do so much more than provide. Anyway. Let me get out of the way of the rest of this, Marin. Thanks for everything. Steven, P.S. Shout out to the designer of this Moopsie crochet pattern and possible FOD, Jenny Frencham. P.P.S. I sent the ropes simply because they exist. They do not seem to make them in pineapple. So, Steven has indeed crocheted us a Moopsie. And Steven's style of crocheting, I think, is a little bit different from the ones that we received. I wish I had my Moopsie here.
I've got mine.
Oh yeah, you hold up your Moopsie.
First of all, Steven, thank you for your service.
Indeed.
And here is my Moopsie. Uh-oh, Ben, I appear to have a one-eyed Moopsie.
Oh no! Moopsie eye down.
My one-eyed Moopsie has a bone inside.
And then also we received some Sweet Tarts ropes, cherry punch flavor. Yeah, it does not seem, based on the diagram on the back, does not seem like they offer these in a pineapple varietal.
Well, what good are they?
I don't know. I've never heard of these sweet tarts ropes. I've heard of nerd ropes, which, I mean, nerd ropes is basically what you and I produce, right?
You've known nerd rope since puberty.
I'm gonna enjoy these later. I'm taking them to Dungeons and Dragons tonight. I'm not sharing them with Adam.
Do it.
That's the plan.
Great plan.
Okay. Next box is from Nicole K out of Quincy, Ma.
Hey.
Me.
Fun.
I hope I pronounced that within shooting distance of the actual pronunciation.
It's not Quincy Ma.
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 All right, we got a card. Hi, Darwin. Check this out on YouTube, and you can see my loyal pup, Darwin. Okay, got a card. You're my number one podcast. And it's an image of Riker doing the Riker maneuver and holding up a rose. Goes like this. I was a Star Trek virgin at the start of COVID, but have now devoured every episode and movie. A pile of comic books, cosplay opportunities, Frakes meet and greets, and more. Your pods and live shows have been a highlight. I also never miss a chance to craft something Trek. Please enjoy the enclosed tiny crafts that I had hoped to hand to you at the Boston show. Good for hiding tiny messages like a cord on a desk. Hope to hoof with you in Vegas one day. LLAP, Nicole, and begrudgingly Kevin, who you told me to leave in a P1.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sounds like good advice.
Sounds like that P1 went great. P.S. Our house flooded after the show. These were spared, so I guess the universe wanted you to have them. P.P.S. Sorry for the outer box. P.P.P.S. Ben, sorry for the inner box. Wow.
Their house flooded after the show?
Yeah, but the crafts were okay.
I mean, I know we tend to flood basements during the show.
This is the inner box. Wow. Oh, I see why. An apology.
Very cool.
It says, a tiny gift for my personal besties. Sorry for triggering the voice, Ben, but this was the box that best fit, so it was unavoidable.
I love it when you do the voice.
I hate it when I do the voice. So these are little...
What a delight.
Little triptychs of our Science Blue, our Command Red, and our Engineering / Security Gold.
You know what they look like? They look rad. Like they got little zhuzhes on them.
Yeah, there's a little leatherette on the back.
Mm.
You can like set it on your desk. They are beautiful, hand painted.
Amazing. Ben, I walked by a purple zebra yesterday during my day trip to Vegas, and guess what?
What?
They did not have hooves. They just had like the long hourglass-shaped Yardo daiquiri or whatever. They didn't have the hooves there, and I'm wondering if maybe the Rio is the only place that does. I don't know.
It perplexes me so much that that's not the most popular chain in Vegas.
Yeah, I know.
Given that you get a purple zebra hoof full of slurricane or similar.
There is nothing on a zebra that is that shape, right? The giant bell at the bottom, a thinner shaft, and then a giant bell at the top. I mean, that is a crazy zebra crank.
I've never laid eyes on crank of zebra, and I hope to go to my grave with that fact intact.
Oh, we gotta get you watching more Planet Earth documentaries. Gotta learn the truth.
Attenborough's definitely got a good idea of what zebra crank looks like, right?
I'm a zebra crank truther, Ben. I'm gonna get you on my side by the time it's all over.
Do you think they're also stripy on their wangs?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I bet you want stripes perpendicular
Right.
to make it look longer.
Thick and long. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it also is just confusing to the eye. You know, like when they painted ships with like big, splotches of black and white and called it razzle dazzle because it confused submariners as to how big of a situation they were looking at.
You know, the only moment where like disrobing and saying razzle dazzle actually works is if you got that paint job on your crank.
Get the razzle dazzle paint job or get it tattooed, and if you do, don't send us pictures. We'll just take your word for it.
I will believe you every time.
All right, we got one last package here.
Okay.
And I know there's probably a million more at the P.O. Box. I just haven't been over there in a minute. This one comes...
It's why we always say don't send meat products.
Right. This has a customs declaration on the outside. It's from Bridget in Birmingham, UK.
Hey, cool.
Came all the way from over there to over here.
Across the pond?
Across
Amazing.
the pond. And get it open. See what's inside. Wow, we have a wax-sealed letter here.
That's the law over there, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how you have to send them?
Yeah. I wonder if this is like if there's a signet ring for this, or if it's one of those like cylindrical things for making the stamp.
Ben, I hope you take this as a compliment, but I really feel like you are wax envelope guy. Like from your household, I feel like that's how you send your bills.
I mean, if I didn't do them mostly online, I do like that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
I almost feel like it's a crime to break this seal, but I'm gonna have to read the letter.
Uh-oh, Ben. I saw a mattress tag on there, too. You can't rip that off.
All right. Dear Ben and Adam, I hope this letter finds you both well. I don't know if this says bowels aside or bowls aside.
Let's go with the first one.
Ben, let me assure you that you did nothing wrong. Thank you. With that out of the way, you may remember meeting an awkward woman in London who made a replica of the text of the Code47, which is the book from DS9. That book sends Ducat blind and gives him red eyes in the last episode. Adam, you may remember a fugue state in which people spoke with funny accents. Anyway, I said that I would Code47 the book so you didn't have to pack it. I didn't fill the book partly so that it would be usable and not just a bad bit that takes up space, and partly because I'm not as funny as you two. The cover is real leather and the stitching is cotton, so the book is 100% biodegradable. Yes, thank you. Please keep sending in biodegradable things, friends of DeSoto.
That's the second most important thing you can send after making your first sentence something along the lines of Ben did nothing wrong in whatever correspondence you provide.
I mentioned this so you know how to dispose of it once you are tired of having a physical bad bit. I assume that will be immediately after you are done fighting over who has to have it in their home. I'll finish by saying that I really enjoyed the show in London and to thank you for bringing together such a wonderful community. Live long and prosper. Bridget M. Wow, thank you, Bridget.
That was a really fun show we did at London Podcast Festival.
Yeah, I hope they bring us back. So, this is the crafted Bajoran holy text of the Code47. And I'll show you some of the pages. Wow. This is like lovingly copied from the episode until you get to page 2.
Amazing.
For example, a drawing of Deep V. Picard off work saying, Wesley, I have been meaning to ask, do you like gladiator movies? We've got, depictions of Saru and his gross fingers.
How many pages do we have there? That is an amazing bit of work.
There are a number. This is
wow.
I'll show the thing that will get us kicked off of YouTube.
Extraordinary.
Da Vinci's what's that called? The something man?
The jack-off man?
It's Sato.
Is it the Vitruvian man? I think it might be that. Anyways, he's holding a 8-inch classic dong in this one.
Perfect. Yeah.
And a butt plug, depending on what you like to insert. There's some great stuff here. Hey, there's even stuff for Star Wars nerds in this book.
Even they have something.
The pod rates were getting up to all kinds of fucked up shit.
They sure were.
This is so great. Thank you, Bridget, for sending this in.
I love that. I love how much work went into that. All that detail. Amazing.
I'll try and take some pictures of some of the pages and send them to Bill for our Instagram too. But
yeah, FODs would love to see that.
Yeah, if you like listening to this, you might like watching it, and you might like following us on Insta to see even more detail. So thanks to everybody who sent something in, and why don't we get into a great big package of episode that we have today, Adam? It's the first part of a two-parter with Brian Fuller's hands all over it.
How about that?
Yeah. This is Season 7, Episode 16, Workforce, Part 1.
You're the captain, sir. You're entitled.
Not entitled to ramble on about something everyone knows.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the